Hi everyone! In this video, we will simplify square roots with the quotient property. Simplify the square root of 294 x to the ninth, y to the third, divided by 432 x to the fourth, y to the seventh. The first thing we can do is try and simplify the fraction inside the quotient first, and then take care of the square roots. Starting with the numbers, let's see 294 and 432 actually have a common factor. And so let's break it down a little bit. 294 is 98 times 3, and 432 is 144 times 3. And these are all still under the radical. Now we have x to the ninth, x to the fourth, y to the third, and y to the seventh. The 3's can cancel, which simplifies a little bit of our fraction. Now let's go ahead and work on the variables here. We have 9x's on the numerator and 4x's in the denominator, which would cancel out 4 of those, leaving 5 in the numerator. So let's rewrite this over here where we have the square root of 98, and we now have 5 x's in the numerator, no more in the denominator, and with the y's, I have 3 in the numerator and 7 in the denominator, so 3 of those will cancel out, leaving us with 4 left in the denominator. So I have 144 and y to the fourth in the denominator. Now let's go ahead and see if we can break apart our fraction further into perfect squares. 98 is not a perfect square, but it has a perfect square that can evenly divide into it. 98 is divisible by 49, and 49 times 2. X to the fifth is also not a perfect square, but I can break it into a perfect square. X to the fourth, any even exponent, will give us a perfect square. And because there's 5 of them, I need to give it one more. And this is all still under the radical. Now 144 is a perfect square, so we can leave it. And y to the fourth is also a perfect square. Let's go ahead and break these up into their individual radicals. Because 49 is a perfect square, and x to the fourth is a perfect square, we can break those out. However, 2 and x are not a perfect square, so they're going to stay inside together. But 144 in the denominator is a perfect square, and so is y to the fourth, so we can break out 2. Now let's simplify each of these radicals. The square root of 49 is 7. The square root of x to the fourth is x squared. The square root of 2x must remain inside the radical because it's not a perfect square. And then the square root of 144 is 12, and the square root of y to the fourth is y squared. We have now completely simplified this quotient inside the radical, and we're all done.